All right. So we're live on Facebook as well. Well, good evening, everyone. The workshop will be starting soon now. Before we start with the presentation, today's presentation, I would like to thank our program funder, which is Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada, which enables us to do these workshops in our agency. A few reminders before we start with our presentation. Please keep your microphone on mute. Please keep your camera turned off at all time. No abusive language will be tolerated. Please do not post any personal information in the chat box. Please save any questions for the end of the workshop and type them in the chat box. An evaluation link will be sent out at the end of the workshop, and we appreciate your answers in order to ensure the better quality of our workshop. So thank you all again for attending today's workshop.
Sorry, one more reminder. Yes. If you registered by a different name and you're logged in by a different name, please make sure that you change your name, because after the workshop, Gazim will be sharing some resources and we will not be able to share them with you if we do not have the right name. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, Meenakshi, for that reminder. So I would like, first of all, good evening, everyone, and thank you all for attending today's event. My name is Gazim. I'm the Newcomer Employment Specialist with Immigrant Services Calgary. In this webinar today, you will be learning on the steps that you will take in order to help you reach your career goals in our rapidly changing labor market. During this session, you will learn specifically about how to overcome employment barriers and find companies seeking talented IT professionals, the eligibility to join ComIT courses, how to apply for ComIT courses, and also what to expect upon acceptance and requirements for successful completion. I would like to thank very much today's presenter, Patricia Lozano, which is a program coordinator at ComIT. Patricia is one of the program coordinators at ComIT, a non-for-profit organization that aims to help and strengthen the tech ecosystem. She has migrated from the Philippines to Winnipeg, Manitoba in 2012 and pursued a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology degree from the University of Manitoba, which was completed in 2018. She aspires to be a change maker and trailblazer for helping newcomers overcome barriers and that they have currently facing, as she is passionate about helping new immigrants successfully adjust to their new lives in Canada, providing support and assistance to ComIT students and grads. I would like to pass the floor, Patricia, to you to continue with your presentation. And once again, thank you so much for sharing your time and your knowledge today with everybody here on this event. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much for the introduction, Gizim. So let me just share my screen with everybody as well. Good evening. My name is Patricia Lozano. As Gizim had mentioned, I am one of the program coordinators at ComIT, a not-for-profit organization that aims to help strengthen the tech ecosystem. So in tonight's session, I will be more than happy and excited to actually share with you how you could recode your future through ComIT. So just starting my presentation with a small fun fact here. So did you know that according to a report released by the Information and Communications Technology Council of Canada, the country's demand for digitally skilled talent is expected to reach around 305,000 people by 2023. So if you would like to be a part of those 305,000 people, then I am glad that you are attending tonight. So moving forward, I also do want to give a little bit of an introduction about our organization, what we do and how we operate. So ComIT is a charity which aims to help develop a community that links people struggling to overcome employment barriers with companies looking for talented IT professionals. So our work targets the skills gap in the labor market by focusing on the tools and languages that is required by local companies, as well as on much needed soft skills and professional development capabilities. So not only do we teach our participants programming and coding languages, but we make sure to always include very important social skills, soft skills, and professional development capabilities. So our courses also include guidance when it comes to resume writing, networking, and honing their interview skills. So our programs are actually planned, developed, and executed by local professionals and volunteers working at leading companies. At ComIT, we believe that the best way to help people overcome employment barriers is by working as a community to provide tools, considering the local labor market needs. So a part of what ComIT does is we do extensive labor market research to determine which languages or technologies are more in demand per geographical location. So we would be able to deliver courses that would increase the likelihood of our participants to get a job in the IT industry because those courses are currently on demand. So a few stats here. So for the first 2 years of ComIT, building bridges between those in need to overcome employment barriers and companies seeking talented IT professionals, we have more than 15 cities in our community. So this includes Calgary, along with that, Toronto, Vancouver, Halifax, Winnipeg. We've also worked in Saskatoon, Regina as well. We have more than 150 companies that work with us. This includes Google, Cisco, and Canada Life. These are the more notable ones, but we have many more as well. Amazing companies that we work with. So we have helped more than 750 people. However, including the numbers for the end of 2021, I believe we are closer to the 800 mark. So more than 800 people in need completed our trainings at no cost at all to them. And we have more than 550 graduates who got jobs after participating in our programs. So moving on, I also would like to discuss the eligibility requirements, as a lot of you may be wondering if you are eligible to apply for a scholarship. So I will be going over that with you tonight. So selection criteria, first and foremost, you have to be legally entitled to work in Canada. That means you could either be a permanent resident, a citizen, a refugee, or somebody with an open work permit. You also must be facing a situation of unemployment or underemployment, somebody who's not able to financially afford other types of training. We do require applicants to have their secondary school completed. Of course, have an interest in pursuing a career in IT, must be between 80 and 40 years old. However, I do want to emphasize that we are not very strict on the age limit. If you are above 40, but you think that you would like to pursue a career in IT and you have the motivation and the determination to do so and complete the course, then you are more than welcome to apply as well. Some technical orientation is required. Do not be intimidated by this. However, by technical orientation, we do mean just somebody who knows how to operate basic computer applications, send emails, chat with your instructors, and just know how to video conference. Of course, two very important points. We do want somebody who is motivated and who perseveres and just have the commitment and responsibility. All right, so after going through the eligibility requirements, I do also want to go over some frequently asked questions and provide the answers to them as well. So first question that we get asked very frequently is that how much are the course fees? So while the courses we offer, they don't have any fees to be paid by students. I mean, although these courses have a cost, this is 100% assumed by our organization. This is why all ComIT students are considered scholarship holders. So you don't have to pay anything to be able to participate in one of our courses. However, since we have moved to a more virtual setup, we do require students as well just to have a working computer to be able to access their classes. So another commonly asked question here is that if a person does not have any knowledge in programming, can they still take this course? Well, of course they can. So while all prior knowledge, of course, is helpful, the courses we hold, they are designed to start from scratch. So the most important thing really is that for our participants to put a lot of effort and dedication to learn everything that they need to be able to get a job in the IT industry and use the knowledge that they have learned in the course to do so. Another question here is that do we provide any certificate at the end of the course? Well, yes, ComIT does grant certificates to students who complete the course according to the criteria that is communicated at the beginning of it. However, I would quickly go over some of our expectations for successful course completion in a little while. Another common question here is in which cities and dates are the courses being held? Well, the dates, schedules, and cities will be announced on our social media. Our reason being is that we do extensive labor market research and we do want the information to be as current. So we do announce courses closer to the start dates. So I will be providing you with the links to our social media pages as well, so you can get updates whether there will be a course in your city soon, and what kind of topics will be discussed as well. So how can interested applicants register for a scholarship or apply for a scholarship per se? Registrations are made exclusively on our website. So website is comit.org/students. Again, that's comit.org/students. I will be providing you with links later as well. And one of the most like common questions, besides asking us how much the course fees are, is that if somebody applies for a scholarship, can they choose which course to take? Well, unfortunately not. Reason being is that at ComIT, our goal is for participants to get jobs. So in order to do that, we do work very closely with companies to understand what their needs are. And we train our students in those specific topics. We are not a coding company where anyone could register to learn a specific topic. So the topics we announce per city is based on what the labor market research results are. All right. So moving forward here, I do want to quickly go over the registration process. So first step would usually be visiting our students page to see if you qualify and just to learn what we do and how we do it. But since you have attended this session and I have basically discussed these earlier on, there is no need to really go over the students page, but you are more than welcome to do so if you want to, just to get any clarification, or you wanted just to read about it one more time, then you're more than welcome to do so. Next step is that if you meet the requirements and you're still sure that you wanted to take our courses and you can commit to attend and work hard, then please register on our website. Again, that's comit.org/students. All right, so once you have registered, as aforementioned, please make sure that you follow our Facebook and Twitter profiles, in which the links will be shared with you later, to see when the next courses are announced in your city. After doing that, please make sure that you check your email inbox and spam folders regularly. We will be sending out a questionnaire 1 to 4 weeks before a course is due to start if you have registered for a scholarship. So if you have been selected, step 5 would be receiving an acceptance email. And please make sure that you reply to us confirming that you are able to attend. Since everything is virtual at the moment, there's no need to show up at the venue, but students who are accepted and are offered a scholarship will be receiving links to either a Zoom classroom or a Google Meet classroom. So these are the main platforms that we use to hold our classes at the moment due to the current situation. And last step is attending class. No need for a photo ID. Again, everything's virtual, but please make sure you study hard and, take this opportunity to recode your future. And as I previously mentioned too, I wanted to quickly go over what we expect of our participants to be able to successfully, complete their program at ComIT. So one thing that I would like to very much emphasize on is that attendance is mandatory. The course requires 75% attendance for successful completion. So students must attend at least 75% of their classes to be able to be considered as somebody who's successfully completed the course. Other requirements we have here are a final project, which will be presented at the end of the course. Since our topics are different for every city, your instructor, should you be accepted, will be the one to provide you further details on this. And of course, a great attitude is very helpful. Perseverance and the willingness to learn will definitely, get you to good places in the course. All right, so sometimes we do get asked, I know 75% attendance is quite a big percentage. So what happens if a student drops out or can't get to 75% attendance rate? Well, unfortunately, at ComIT, our work can be done. Thanks to the donations we receive, we do take these resources very seriously. So if you drop out from a course or cannot attend at least 75% of the classes, unfortunately, you will be expelled and you will be banned from any future ComIT courses or events. Unfortunately, as well, there are no other course times available if a student cannot make it at a confirmed date. If you were confirmed for a course which you were contacted, it is because you have stated that you are available or you have the necessary availability um, when we confirm your acceptance into the program. So just going over it very quickly here. So main requirements we have are a 75% attendance rate, very important, as well as a final project. And of course, a great attitude always helps. All right. So also, I would like to kind of give you a snapshot of what it's like to be a participant at ComIT, or what your journey would look like if you have been offered a scholarship. So, of course, your journey with ComIT would entail recoding your future by gaining in-demand coding skills. We focus on the tools and languages required by local companies as we perform labor market research to determine which technologies are most in demand. These courses are planned, developed, and executed by local professionals and volunteers working at leading companies. So your instructors would actually be versed professionals who have extensive knowledge in the topics, and you would be able to gain a very valuable information and knowledge from them to be able to recode your future and gain those skills, which is something that I find really fantastic. Um, Besides that, however, you will be also developing essential soft skills and professional capabilities. A big part of what I do at ComIT is helping students develop these soft skills and make sure that they also develop these professional capabilities. So besides teaching participants how to code, we also assist them in developing these much needed skills. Students are provided with guidance in terms of resume writing, networking, as well as practicing their interview skills, as we do aim to increase their likelihood of landing employment within the IT industry. One part about somebody's journey at ComIT, which I find is very exciting, is that they are able to gain valuable insight from industry experts. So over the duration of the course, we do have class visits by experts in the industry. They are occasionally held, I believe, 1 to 3 times, depending on the course, to provide the participants with some great insights as well as valuable advice on how they can increase their chances of breaking into the IT field. So we get visitors who are technical experts as well as very experienced recruiters that could give our students, a very valuable information as to how they could either grow into the IT field or just get their foot in the door. So it is something that I believe is very useful, because you get information from people who have been in the industry for a very long time. So they have those they have a lot of knowledge per se. They do have good advice as well. So it is one of the kind of like perks of being a student at ComIT. Last but not the least, you get to be part of a supportive community. After completing the course, that doesn't mean that you won't be able to connect with us here at ComIT. Participants are invited to a Slack channel where they could connect with more than 800 ComIT grads, as well as the ComIT team, myself included, who would be more than happy to provide them with continued support as they start to seek employment within the IT industry. So even say students are done with their 3 months and they still need that extra help just to craft their resumes, or they wanted help practicing for an interview, then we would still be more than happy to provide them with that support. Additionally, this channel is regularly updated with job openings, ones from our partners and ones that we do find through our research, as well as technical resources that is shared within the community. So being part of this Slack channel has been very helpful for students and grads, because they are able to share their experiences, and as well as be able to just have access to those job postings that would, possibly land them employment to get their career started within the IT industry. And these technical resources have always been helpful as well for grads who would like to expand their portfolios and work on other projects. So, being a part of the ComIT community, we are a very close knit community. We communicate regularly. It is pretty wonderful that everybody is supportive of one another. So, that's one thing that would be included if you are, one of our participants and you happen to finish the course. Also, I wanted to bring up that one of our courses for 2022 would be a Node.js course in Saskatoon. However, since everything is virtual, we do encourage applications from Calgary as well. This is an in-demand language as well in your area, I believe. So should you be interested, please make sure that you register. Classes start in January. This would be a Monday, Tuesday, Thursday course from 6:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. for 3 months. Again, 100% scholarship is provided. All you need is a computer. And as promised, I will just pull up this slide so you could take a note of the important links that I have previously mentioned. So we do have my LinkedIn profile here. You are more than welcome to connect with me if you have any additional questions that come up after this session. We have the ComIT Facebook and Twitter pages where course information is regularly updated, as well as our website here, comit.org, where you can find the students page as well as the registration form. And that pretty much wraps up my presentation here. If you have any questions, please feel free to type them in the chat box or just ask me as well. I'll be more than happy to answer them.
So before we start with the questions, we'll say bye to our Facebook Live audience here. And I will be stopping Facebook Live so that if anybody wants to unmute themselves and ask the question in person, they can do that. So I'll just stop the live stream. Bye-bye to the Facebook audience.